Celtic head to Dens Park on Sunday in the first of 7 games in the space of 21 days. By the time we get to Dens Park, we could be 5 points behind frontrunners Hearts, who are at the moment 2 points ahead of us at the top of the table. And all the while, the ongoing unrest continues in the background, and there have been some developments there following a meeting last night of Celtic Fans Collective. Here to join me this afternoon to cover it all and a bit more is Scott McCorry from the Homeboys podcast. Scotty, welcome to the show. What are you saying about all of that?
Thank you, Tino. I made it. Last week I was on Axom and now I'm on Celtic Exchange. I'm dominating the world here. No, I thought it was a very good meeting last night, Tino. I saw you were there. It was first of all, I was delighted with the turnout. I was expecting a massive downturn from the first one when we had all that anger and all that pomp and stuff. But it's great to see that the interest is still there. People still want the same things as us. I dare say we have kind of pushed people the wrong way here, pushed people the wrong way there. But the fact is, Celtic fans are seeing the situation we're in, and they're still, at this point just now, we're still united, and it's great to see. But thank you very much for having me.
Great stuff, man. Great to have you back on. And it's the collective stuff. So what we'll do, we'll go on for about half an hour here. We'll cover some of the football, first of all, ahead of Dundee. And then maybe the last 10 minutes or so, Scotty, we'll look at the collective, where it's at, where it's maybe going, and some of the challenges there moving back and forward. In terms of Dundee, so obviously it's a return to league action after the international break, fairly turgid international break from a Scotland point of view. I was watching Brendan Rodgers there, though. He's given some important updates. Tayside Maeda won't feature. He's picked up a hamstring injury. He actually had it before travelling out with Japan. He didn't play a minute there, and he's still recovering, so he won't play. Paulo Bernardo has some sort of illness. But the good news is, and the big plus, is the potential return of Alistair Johnston. How do you feel about
that? It would be easy. So young Donovan came in, and in fairness to him, that you know as well as me, we all enjoy a Celtic youth player story, and he's certainly got a lot of positives. Even his enthusiasm alone makes it a positive. I am led to believe that Tony Ralston he's going to be leaving the club. That's what I'm hearing, right? So that might be an exclusive, might be made up in my head, but that's what I've heard, that he's doing a Scott Bain and he's kind of gone for broke. So I would have hoped that Kobe Donovan would have played more, but let's no kid ourselves on. Alistair Johnston on his day is, if you look at it, he's arguably one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, I mean, we were chatting about him on the weekly show in terms of how important he is to Celtic. First of all, he's very important as to what he brings in a footballing sense. He's strong in the tackle, he's committed, he can get forward. He's just a very good footballer. But I think at this moment in time, when the club are in a bit of turmoil and the team are aware of everything that's going on, you need your leaders. And there is no doubt, Scott, that he's a big part of that dressing room.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. Again, come back to the whole young player thing. When you're not playing well, see, the frustrating thing for Celtic to now in general is that our big players haven't been performing. The guys that we've built the team on, Callum McGregor, CCV, Schmeichel, these guys, Dyson even to an extent, these guys haven't been. So it's hard for you to then rely on the young guys. So bringing Alistair Johnston back in, try to get that wee bit of normalised. It'll be something I think we'll talk about, because I'd like to hear your opinion. I've come up with a theory in my head, mate, and you being the football man that you are, because I offered it up with the Homeboys on Friday there, and I kind of got a muted response, so I'd be interested. But yeah, I think Alistair Johnston coming back in is really, really important for this run that we're going on, this run of games. Pretty big, eh? It's pretty big this early in the season. So, yeah.
Really important run of games. So, as I say, it's 7 games in 21 days across 3 competitions. Big league games coming up. Europa League during the week. League Cup semi-final against Rangers, 2nd of November. So, Scott, you think Tony Ralston is potentially moving on? Get your money, lads, on Tony Ralston signing a new deal in the coming days.
5-year deal.
But as I say, I was watching Brendan Rodgers speaking, and he's spoken about the importance of this, and he was asked about momentum, and he always talks about momentum in football. And there is no doubt, for a whole host of reasons that we're all pretty aware of, that the season just hasn't got going. We're 13 games in. We've only won 7 of those games. We've drawn 5 and obviously lost on penalties to Almaty. We've only lost the 1 game over 90 minutes, that Braga game, but it kind of papers over the cracks because we've not been great. Decent in spells, but not great over the piece.
Okay, everyone, we're going to leave it there for now on this one, but if you'd like to watch the full episode, you can do that right now by joining us over on Patreon at patreon.com/Celtic Exchange. As a member, you'll get access to the rest of this episode, plus all of our additional shows, including pre- and post-match shows for every game, a range of extra episodes throughout the week, and loads more from the team here at Celtic Exchange. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up, and once you're in, you can continue watching the show on your device or directly on the brilliant Patreon app. So that's patreon.com/Celtic Exchange, or just click the link in the show notes. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you over on Patreon shortly.